Making a background like this is really easy. So start off by creating a base layer, which is going to be the sky, paint it light on the bottom, darker in the top. Then all you've got to do is add in some clouds with some brush strokes. Use the colors that are already existing in the sky. Don't spend too much time on this because a lot of the focus is going to go on the buildings up in front. Then after naming your layer, we're going to start painting in the castles, right? So use the lasso tool or the rectangular selection tool, whatever you prefer. Just start blocking the shapes and filling them with the flat color. Don't worry about shading or anything at this point. Spend as much time as you need, don't need to rush it. Use a variety of references which you can find online. Look up Gothic architecture, look up games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all of them. And then you just got to keep repeating the process over and over. Keep adding more castles in the foreground and make them darker the closer you get to the camera. Spend as much time as you need on them. Don't stress about it. You can keep changing them up later, but just build them to a point until they look something like this. Then zoom in and start adding in some smaller details to the castles. After that, we're going to alpha lock all our layers so that whatever we paint does not escape the shape of the castle. Then take a soft brush and paint in some atmosphere between the layers over there or even on the layers, whatever you prefer. Then take a texture brush and add in some grit on these castles so that it doesn't look too fake or too graphical, and just have a lot of fun with it. Alright, next up we're going to add some life to this painting. How are we going to do that is by adding some lights in the buildings. So create a new layer, then take a hard brush and start blocking in some lights. You don't have to be too careful about them because they're in the distance. Just have fun with it. Then blur out the foreground layer. This adds a good amount of depth. Then we're going to create a new layer, switch it to the color dodge. Again, name your layer, pick a big soft round brush and click, and that's pretty much it. We're done. This is the final painting, and if you guys want the entire 40 minutes painting process of this with the proper descriptions, me speaking over it, that's available on my Patreon along with the brushes I used for this. And anyway, I hope you guys like this video and stay tuned for a lot more.